So you want to be a filmmaker. You've got the gear, you've got the ideas, and you have the passion. It seems like you have everything going your way, but there's one crucial piece of this filmmaking puzzle that stumped you: aesthetics. You have the vision but not the shot. You have the plot intensity but not the visual intensity. Heck, you probably can't even tell me what contrast and affinity are. Well, you're in luck, because that all changes today. Hi, my name is Corben, your go-to cameraman and shot maker extraordinaire. Throughout these tapes, we'll be discussing the foundations of aesthetics in film. This will include topics such as contrast and affinity, camera movement, and the use of color to enhance your film's visual structure. In this tape, we'll be discussing your shot composition with the use of space. No, not that kind of space. I'm talking about the use of space by filmmakers to achieve different visual tones and moods that amplify the intensity of the story being told. Some of your favorite movies use space in this way without you even realizing it. These are deliberately put in to make the audience feel a certain way while watching a scene. Whether it's empty and alone or trapped and confined, filmmakers go out of their way to plan out each shot with these things in mind. There are 4 different kinds of space that filmmakers use. These are deep space, limited space, flat space, and ambiguous space. These 4 spaces can be found in every movie that has ever been made, and today I will teach you about each of these spaces and how to use them in your own films. First up, deep space. This is deep space. Deep space involves creating compositions that give a strong sense of 3-dimensional depth. This usually includes convergence of lines, creating long, narrow shots to enhance realism and provide visual structure. Deep space is created by using deep focus and forming layers with characters and objects to create a shot that looks 3-dimensional. Some examples of deep space include Citizen Kane and the opening shot from Star Wars. That was limited space. Limited space refers to the compositions that are intentionally confined within the limits and restrictions of their frame. Limited space can be used to create a sense of claustrophobia or intimacy, or to focus the audience's attention on specific characters or elements within a constrained environment. Limited space is created by using tight framing, small sets, and narrow depth of field to create a shallow background and a confined feel. Some examples of limited space include the opening scenes from Inglourious Basterds and the trapped scenes from The Cube. This is flat space. Flat space refers to compositions that lack 3-dimensional depth and perspective. Flat space is the opposite of deep space, where deep space has long converging lines. Flat space uses 2-dimensional sets and shallow depth of field to minimize foreground and background relationships that convey a sense of simplicity and emphasize the surface details of objects and characters. Some examples of flat space include the dance numbers in Singing in the Rain and the scenes from the Grand Budapest Hotel, which are used to emphasize the cartoon-like and whimsical nature of the films. And finally, this is ambiguous space. Ambiguous space is used in films to deliberately create a feeling of unease or uncertainty. This can be achieved through unusual camera angles, disorienting compositions, or the manipulation of spatial cues. Ambiguous space can be used to evoke a sense of disorientation or surrealism, or to reflect the psychological state of the characters. Examples of ambiguous space include scenes from Inception and scenes within the spaceship in 2001: A Space Odyssey. The understanding of these 4 spaces is crucial to being able to create interesting and visually intense scenes. Whether you're creating a scene with long converging lines or a scene with 2-dimensional feel, you'll understand the importance of space in film and will be able to take your shot compositions to the next level. That's all for this segment, but when we come back, you'll learn about proper editing techniques and how to piece together a cohesive story that captivates the audience while keeping your cuts invisible. My name is Corben, and I'll see you next time.